Okay, hello YouTube. It is Friday the 20th of October, and let me just pause this so I'm not showing myself again. Today's video is going to be about other areas that you can source clothes from. I've also got a good clothing haul to go through that I've been gifted from a friend, which is always amazing. So I want to talk about that as well in terms of an area in which you can get people to or an area in which you can source more clothes is through friends and family friends. So that's something I want to discuss as well. And we will also go through, as if any of you watched this before, we'll also go through the sales that I've made recently, and also where I'm at with my listings and how far I've got this week in terms of targets and things. So I have a big pile of clothes here next to me, and not much room, so I may make a lot of noise. I apologise, but we will go through that in a second. I just wanted to say a really big thank you to everyone, first of all, for subscribing. Whoever subscribed, I'm now at about 131 subscribers already, which is really cool. Hello Resurrection, you okay? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, 131 subscribers is quite a big deal, I think, already. I've only made four videos. Is this the fifth, I think? And yeah, it's really cool to see so many people supporting and enjoying the videos, which is always nice. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for all your subscriptions. And if you are new here and you do want to subscribe, that's always great. I will be making videos every Friday, and I will look to discuss a topic each time I make one of these. As you guys know, some of you who've been here before will know that. Just to check all the sound okay and everything, let me know if anything's wrong. We'll try and get it sorted. So welcome everyone that's joining us. Thank you for tuning in. Hello Julie. Managed to catch you before I head to work. Yes, you're heading to work soon. Yeah, I won't be too long. This won't be as long as last week, I don't think. It should be around half an hour, hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to talk you through some clothes that I have picked up this week, all of which amazingly are free. I won't take them as free. I will give money back to the person who's given them to me. But I've not initially paid for these, and the reason why that is they've come from a family friend who was taking a big bag of clothes to charity. One of which is mad, and I'll show you that at the end. You can just see it here at the top. This dress, I'll show you right at the end. But hello Daisy, you okay? Welcome. I was gifted this from a friend, and this is something to definitely think about. If you've got families, friends, anyone that you know might take stuff to charity, just let them know and just say, look, I am doing this, and if you would be so kind as to give them to me instead, I'll take everything that I don't want to the charity, so they still feel like they're giving something back. And I guess if you've got a good relationship with family or friends, I don't think it's a problem. They don't see it as a problem, and I don't think it is a problem. If they know what you do, you are a reseller, just go and ask them and say, look, if you do have anything that you are sending to charity, let me know. I'll be happy to come and take it off your hands. Save them a trip to the charity shop, and you promise that you'll give them you promise that you'll take whatever you don't keep to a charity shop. They feel better about that. And actually, with things like this clothing haul that I've got today, there's some good stuff in here. And because of that, I feel like I'll probably buy the person something that's given this to me, or maybe just reimburse them some of the money that I've earned from it. I just think it's a really great idea. If you guys haven't thought about doing it, why not give it a try? See what you guys think. I've just decided to have a break and check if anyone was on. Nice to see you, Luce. Hello, Sue's Pals of Shame. Welcome. How you doing? So yeah, just have a look. See what you guys think. I've even thought about putting it on my Facebook and just saying, look, if anyone does give to charity regularly, and clothes, if you're clearing out your wardrobe, let me know. I'll be happy to come and take it. So it's another way of sourcing, especially in the times like now. For me, I've not many jumble sales going on. It's just worth having to think about, I think, in my opinion. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you all for the support recently. I really do appreciate it. So yeah, let's get on with this clothing haul to start with. So first thing I got was this lace designed bodice corset top. This is from Coast. As you can see, it's a size 10, and it's in a it's sort of a cream and black lace design. Really nice. I didn't think I was going to keep this one. I was going to take this to the charity shop, but I looked at one very similar. It was a bit more detailed and it was a bit bigger, but that went for 20 quid on eBay. So this won't go for anywhere near that. Probably £10, hopefully something around that mark with postage. But again, this has all been given to me for free from a family friend. So all this that you see now has been given from a family friend. So I'll tell you everything that I'll put them on for, all the prices and whatnot. But yeah, I think for probably about £9.99 plus postage on that one. This is a Next pleated miniskirt in a brown. It's like a tweed colour really. Tweed design. There's quite a number of these on eBay actually, selling for between I think it's £7 to £12. So again, I'll be in that bracket somewhere. I'll probably try for slightly more at £9.99. Make sure the pictures are nice, and go for about £9.99 with that as well. These, oh god, I'm going to drop everything. I know it at some point. These are some H&M. Let me just fasten this up so they together. Okay, so these are some H&M pants. And they're in like I don't really know what the design is. It's a strange design. I'll try and get it close so you can see it. But they're in this sort of like glittery green colour. Two greens. They're nice. H&M doesn't go great guns by any means. But they were in really good condition. And again, I'll probably ask between £8 and £10 with postage on those. I would imagine I should be able to get that nearer Christmas time. They're quite a festive sort of design colour, so they were a nice thing. This is another H&M thing. It's like leopard print. Yeah, it is like a leopard print, but it's almost like yeah, it's odd. It's I don't really know how to describe it. I guess it is kind of like a leopard print, but it's not fully rounded, if you get what I mean. They're almost like cut off. It's like a miscellaneous pattern, really, in some respects. So this is another H&M. Oh god, I'm gonna make loads of noise. Let me just move that. I've so little room here. This is a H&M dress, and this is one that's got a really strange material that I've not heard of. Is it Raymond or something like that? Let me have a look on its care label. Where are we? Is it Rayon or what's it called? Oh no, this is Cupro. There's another one that I was seeing. So this is 54% Cupro, which I'm not really sure what that is, what material that is. But it's a nice sort of long, mid-length dress with the long sleeves and that interesting neck. And it's just it's a reasonable dress, to be honest. In very good condition. All this stuff's in really good condition because the person I got it from is quite a fashionable person and takes a lot of care in her clothes. So I guess in that respect, it's always a good thing. So probably I've not checked price on that. H&M dresses don't go for a massive amount, but probably between £5 to £10 plus postage on that one. So again, there's nothing to complain about on that. This is oh god, there's so much stuff in the way. This is a River Island sleeveless trouser suit, and it's got a belt as well. It's got a belt with like a faux leather design, and then elasticated design on this side. And it is a trouser suit, and it comes to it's got the roost bottom where it pulls in a little bit, and it's nice and tight for around the ankle. This is a size 10. Just a nice black trouser suit. River Island. It doesn't really look like, to be fair, I'm not sure it's really been worn that many times. It feels very crisp still, which is always a good sign. And trouser suits, anywhere between £10 and £15. I'd probably say for River Island, as long as it photographs well, which it should, I'll probably go for £12.99 plus postage on that one. So that's not too bad. This is a warehouse. Is it warehouse? Yeah, warehouse floral. Quite short actually. Long sleeve dress. And it is a size 10. This one's nice actually. I've not sold any warehouse before. I've never picked it up to this date, which is crazy really, because I know it's one that sells sometimes quite well, but I've never found anything that I've picked up and thought actually that's worthwhile me getting. Obviously these have been gifted to me, so it's different, and I think now if I see things that are more that sort of design, the floral design, they've got nice prints to them, I will pick them up at the right price. I think warehouse dresses have varying resale values, but that one's probably, again, I'd say around the £10 mark. Nothing more than that. Maybe slightly more at a push, but it's likely to be around the £10 plus postage. I have, as I said last time on the last video, I have recently changed over to charging postage for all my clothing, and it's something that I'm just trying at the minute to see if it does decrease my sales or not. I don't think it has. It doesn't seem to have. So at this moment in time, I'm happy with charging postage, and I do charge extra. So say for Hermes, for example, a lot of my stuff is Hermes and it's under 1k. Most of the time, well, it's always £2.79. I would charge around £3.99 for that, because obviously eBay will take 10% of £2.79, and then there's packing on top and driving to the drop-off point and things like that. So I don't think there's a problem in charging slightly more for postage. I've not had any problems with buyers saying you're charging me too much, and if I do charge too much over and above the postage, especially it's usually internationally, I will reimburse them. I will reimburse the buyer and just say, look, I thought it was going to cost more for postage than it did. And I just think it's a nice way of doing it. You'll get buyers coming back to you if you're honest with them. So yeah, anyway, River Island pants, lovely design. These are actually really, really good knit as well. They feel like new. Same sort of crispness to them. These are a size 10, and they are quite flary at the bottom, almost. They're quite wide at the bottom. The hem's reasonably wide, so they are, again, a nice pair of trousers. River Island trousers. I used to work at River Island, and the trousers like that were anywhere between £30 and £45. So they're probably 10 quid, 12 quid with postage, I would hope for. Still dropping stuff everywhere. This is very much a summer dress, but I thought I'd keep it anyway. Just curious, what got you into selling women's clothing, and do you sell men's too? So women's, really, the main thing for it was, if you go into charity shops, there's more women's clothing than men's, predominantly. It gives me more option. I do sell men's clothing, but I do sell a lot more women's. The model that I went on, really, Sue, was to look more at plus size women's clothing, just because plus size women generally like to shop more online and are more likely to pay a little bit more than they would do on the high street. Obviously, most high street items I sell a lot of pre-owned, and most high street items are always new. However, there's a lot of buyers on eBay that I think plus size women that are buying plus size clothes. Now I know a lot of this, or none of this, is plus size. It's all size 10 and 12, but this has been gifted to me. Most of the time I do try to look for bigger sizes. But if I see something that's nice, then I'll definitely get it. And I just think the women's clothing, as I say, there's a lot more choice, and it generally is more expensive. I know when I was working in retail that the men's clothing wasn't as expensive as the women's, and it's the same in the pre-owned side of things, or I seem to think it is, from my experience. So I just think there's more to buy and there's more to sell in that respect. So I guess that's why I went for it. I do sell other bits as well, but clothing is really where I'm trying to move into. And women's, just on that basis, really, is there's more buyers for it, and there's more stock to be had, I guess. So yeah, this is as I say, it's very, very summery, this, and it's just not the right time of year, but I guess people are always going on holiday, and this is just a Miss Selfridge floral dress. It's got this panelled design at the bottom as well, and it's the long sleeve cuffed arms as well at the end, which is quite nice to be fair. It's lovely and soft, and it is a size 12. And again, I don't really know on dresses for Miss Selfridge. Have I picked up one before? I'm not even sure if I've picked up a Miss Selfridge before. It's one of those that it's probably on my avoid list, to be honest, depending on what it is that I'm looking at. If it's a really nice item, then I will pick it up, as always. But Miss Selfridge is probably one that's on my avoid list. Oh, it's not a problem at all. It's not a problem, Sue. But I mean, it's one of those things that it's been given to me. It'll probably make $6.99 with postage. I don't know. It could be more of a special one that might go a little bit better, but I would imagine around $6.99 with postage, something along the lines of that. This is, let me just pop this button in at the back. If you do have any questions, guys, by the way, do let me know. I'm more than happy to answer anything, if I know it. I may not know it, so don't ask me any hard ones. This is another warehouse, black. It's probably, no, it will be it is a short dress, size 10 again, with this nice feathered ruffle design to the shoulders. It's a little black dress, which always sell well. Little black dresses is always something to look out for, and yeah, just a simple, nice design with the shoulders as well. It's something a bit different, and I'll probably, again, somewhere along the lines of $9.99 with postage. I think with that sort of stuff, you can always set your price. As long as you're happy to wait on it, you can just set your price. And I think $9.99 is probably around the right area, ballpark for that little black dress. And warehouse do sell reasonably well. Me and my friend are trying to decide how old you are. I'm 26. I'm 26, but I don't know if I look it. Yeah, I turned 26 in July, so this next one is a mango dress. Never ever sold mango either. It's got this like snakeskin design to it. If you can see here, I'll try and put that one up to the. Am I on Instagram? I'm not actually as a reseller. No, I've got a private Instagram, but I've not got one for reseller. It is something that I've thought about possibly doing, and I think once I get into YouTube a bit more, I probably will make one. And if I do find anything particularly nice, it's another way of selling, I guess, isn't it? So it's probably a good idea too. So Julia, if I do get one, I will let you know, and I'll probably put it in all of my videos, all my social media in my videos. So yeah, mango. This was a medium, so 10 to 12. It's a short dress, snakeskin, strappy dress, and actually, I've not even looked at mango before. It's quite a nice dress though. Again, you're probably looking around the $9.99 mark, I would imagine. I don't know how well mango goes. It's not one that to be honest, it's actually not one that I see in charity shops at all, really. So I think it may be one to look out for. I'm not sure, but I don't really ever see it. So it's quite it's a well-known brand. There's quite a number of mango's shops or stores near me, or there used to be at least. So it's a bit strange that you don't see in charity shops, but I guess it's just one of those things that people don't get rid of. It's more just the reseller community, like Fake Rachel does Insta stories while she's out. And yeah, I guess that's a cool idea, to be fair. I really like Rachel's videos as well. I do watch Rachel from time to time. It's definitely something to keep an eye on. And I bet people give sort of good bolos and things like that on Instagram as well. So yeah, I will definitely do it at some point. It's just I've not done it yet to date, but I will get around to it, Julie, definitely, and I'll let you know when I do. It is something to think about. So River Island again, are they? Yeah. And these are just some checked pants, black and white or cream and are they cream? No, they are black and white. So pockets at the back haven't been opened. The stitching hasn't been opened again. So obviously I know who these have come from, so I know what condition they're in. But checked stuff at the moment is going really, really well, surprisingly. So I think some of those sold for around the tenner. So if I usually try and put them up slightly higher than other people would. So I'll probably go for 12.99 on those plus postage. Hopefully, yeah, it's a great way to see what's worth picking up. Definitely, I could imagine, and I probably, well, I should do. I should get on it, especially clothing resellers. If there's anyone in particular, I know you've mentioned Rachel. If there's anyone else in particular, Julie, that you think is worth picking up, or not picking up, having a look at. Sorry, I'd definitely be interested in knowing because I mean we're always learning, aren't we? And it's always good to bounce ideas off other people and stuff. So I'd be interested to know if you know of any other people that are really good in that respect. Right, this is a Coast Grey dress. This is quite a long one actually, and it's an A-line dress with a nice detailed floral design on the side, and this has been that can actually be taken off. It's patchwork, so it can actually be taken off. It's just pinned in. There's so many thrift chaser UK thrift chasers. That reminds me of someone. Who's that? Thrift chasers. I know that name. That's not oh, what's her name? Woman with the blonde hair. I think it might not be, but there's that name rings a bell. If she does YouTube videos, I'm pretty sure it's the person that I know of, and she's really good actually. She took a break for ages and she started uploading again recently. If it's the same person, I'm not sure. So yeah, Coast Grey dress, work style, I guess. Yeah, no, it probably is a work dress to be fair. It's in that design, and Coast dresses go well, so that's probably a $12.99, $14.99 dress, hopefully, somewhere along those lines. I've got a pile going there, and I'm really worried it's going to it's going to fall over. She thrifts for freedom or something. Follow her too. LOL. She's thrift for freedom. Oh, okay. So it's not her. It's someone else. There's probably 1,000,001 people that I should follow. To be honest, that I'm not following at the moment, but I'll definitely get round to it. But thank you for that. I appreciate it. It's always good to know of people to check out. This is a James Lakeland blue dress, wrapped sort of ruche design. It has got a ruche design, yeah. It's a side ruche on this one, and this is, it's not got a size, but it must be a 12. It feels, yeah, it's a 12 to 14, I'd imagine this one. And it's got, I thought it had pockets, but it's not. It's just the it's just the ruching coming through the side there. So yeah, it's just a side ruche, plain, nice. It's actually a really nice colour blue, to be fair. This like a light summery blue, midi dress, and James Lakeland is probably what, a tenner, somewhere along those lines, I would imagine. I don't think any more than that. I don't think James Lakeland's goes too well, and that one needs a wash actually as well because it's got a few marks on it. So I do try and wash everything actually as much as I can, or some things that when they've just got the charity shop smell. Obviously this has all come from a private family friend, so it's not got that smell to it, which is nice, but that does need a bit of a wash. Hopefully those come out. And this is a really nice dress actually. This one, it is a short paisley damask, I guess, style floral pattern dress, green. It's like a mint green and a gold shimmer dress almost, with this lovely neckline, collar, if you can see that. Hopefully you can. I hope it's not too bright. And it's got this beaded stonework on it as well. There's a mark on this at the back actually, a red mark, which we'll probably have to look at getting out, but that's a really nice one. Does this have pockets on it? No. So yeah, this is a really nice one. Warehouse again. I'll probably go for a little bit more on this just because it's such a nice design. Hopefully if that mark comes out, I'd look for 15 quid maybe, somewhere along that line. 12.99, £15, something like that, hopefully. And these are from, so the woman who gave all this to me, she's a family friend that we go on holiday with every year, and her son, who's one of my very good friends, is getting rid of a couple of his bits as well. So he's got these Top Man skinny stretch jeans, and and these are a size 30 small, and they're just a dark blue standard jean. But Topman pre-owned jeans seem to do quite well. On he also has these in black, but they're in the wash. I put them in the wash because they're a bit dirty. Jacquard, yeah, that is a Jacquard actually. To be fair, I've got a shirt actually similar from Ted Baker, so it is it's a similar sort of design, isn't it? It's nice that so these Topman jeans, I've got the blue ones and I've also got a black pair, and they do sell quite well. I thought they'd have only gone for a couple of quid Topman pre-owned, but quite a few are going at over the £10 mark, so I'll go for £15 with postage because these ones are in really good condition. So I believe, except for this, that is everything that I was given. Now this is the holy grail of the lot, which let me just grab this now. Now the lady who gave all this to me really didn't want to give this one away. Or, well, she knew she had to because it doesn't fit her anymore. But, sorry for making noise. But it's a favourite dress ever. Now, this is by far, it's definitely up there with one of the nicest pieces I've ever had in the 3 months that I've been doing this, or just over 3 months. And it is the Ted Baker Chandelier full frock dress. It's an A-line dress with sort of like a half pleating at the bottom, and it is unbelievably nice. It's a size 3, and this was worn by Taylor Swift, I believe, on the red carpet, and because of that it's worth quite a bit of money. I will be putting that on for £100, I think, the best part of £100. I'll probably do it £99.99 plus postage. It is pre-owned, but they do go for very, very good money, and I should get £100 for it. So from that, obviously this has all been given to me, and I will repay the person that's given it, especially for the Ted Baker dress, because I don't think it's right to take that amount of money from someone without at least reimbursing them some of it. So I'll probably either buy her some stuff like flowers and things like that, or I'll give her money for everything that she's given me. So there's probably, the dress is £100 pretty easily, I would hope. It's definitely at least £75 to £100. So I'll opt for the £100. Beautiful. Do you use a mannequin? I do use a mannequin. I have a hanging mannequin, and then there is actually just behind me in the dining room behind, there is a mannequin there as well. I've not used that for a while, but I do have mannequins. Yeah, I've been thinking about photography actually, and it was something that I was going to discuss today, especially about lighting. But I think I might wait for next week to discuss that, and do it as a whole topic, and the setup of taking photos of clothing. But there's probably, there's how many items there? I went through maybe 12 to 15 items, so there's a 150 quid, 200, I'd say around about maybe £250 worth of stuff there, which is amazing really, and that's all just from asking if anyone's getting rid of stuff, if they'd be happy for me to take it off their hands, and I'll deal with it basically, and that's where all this has come from, and obviously it's turned into that amount of money. Hope in the long run. Do you find the clothes sell better when using a mannequin? That's a hard one to say really. I think photographs generally sell an item. I think mannequins help make the photograph nicer, because people say that if you show someone wearing the products, they can see how it fits, whereas on a hanger you can't really see how it fits, and I think that's why people use a mannequin. That is why I use a mannequin, just so I don't have one for men's clothes because I don't sell enough men's clothes, but for women's I do, and I tend to try and use it in all my listings. And I think it probably does. I think it probably has some impact on your listing, but I think the listing overall will sell a product, and the photographs overall will sell a product. The mannequin isn't the be all and end all of a listing, if that helps. I hope it does, Daisy. I just think that there's a lot of permutations to that make a good listing. A mannequin and a photograph is one of them, but it's not highest on the list. The photographs overall would make a listing, in my opinion. So yeah, that's everything that I've got for them. So I'd say between 250 and 300 maybe sale price. Obviously that's before all fees and everything like that. So that's where we're at with those. Now the other thing I wanted to discuss was, this is something that my mum had found recently, and she found it solely as a buyer. Now some of you guys may have heard of this, and you can see it in the title, which is Everything5pounds.com. Now, everything from what I know of Everything5pounds, it is as literally as it says, and I believe they get stock from retailers that is last season, or they aren't putting out on the shop floor anymore, basically. Now, my mum had a look and found a few bits, and she started buying some stuff from there, and she had a few things from Next, and she had some pants, some chinos that she got from Mint Velvet, which were selling for, I think, were worth about £70, and she got them for £5. And it was just something that had struck me as another way of sourcing stuff. Now, the only thing is you don't really know what brand you're going to get. It could be rubbish. Now, if you're buying it solely to resell, then that may be a bit of an issue. However, if you're buying for someone, or you do want to buy clothes from there anyway, and they end up being something better than you expected to, and you think, oh well, I could sell them, it's just another idea that I've thought that could be something to think about, especially for those of us who don't have any car boots now, and the charity shops, you're not getting enough from them. I'm just trying to think of other ways in which we all could find different things to buy and sell. And I've got a couple of pieces here that my mum bought, and she actually got them, and it wasn't it was from Everything5pounds, but she actually got them at £2.50. So sometimes they do a sale where they do half price, which is mad. So you can get stuff for £2.50 there, which is amazing. And as I say, if you get things like Mint Velvet and Next and things like that, that's brand new, you can't really go wrong at those sort of prices. So I'll quickly just show you what I've picked up. My mum was going to send these back, but it makes no sense to do so because it would cost her money anyway. And I'm going to buy them off her and then sell them myself. So we have got, this is all from Nestle, which is this collection. If you can see that, I hope it shows. It is Neslay. I'm sure probably quite a few of you will have heard of this make, should I say. Love Everything £5. My daughters and I get a lot of clothing from them. That's the thing. That's it. So even just as a buying thing, it's great anyway. But I think in terms of sourcing for reselling, it's also good. It is a great website, and they do sell men's as well. So if it's not just women's clothing, they do sell men's as well. So it's always worth having a look at. I'll want to add to your bookmark bar. So yeah, this is a Nestle. It's almost like a one size fits all. This it says size 1 to 2, but it's not, and it's sort of this, like, it could fit anyone between a size 10 and a size 18. Really, it's just however you want to wear it. And it's this stitching detailing, quite a thick. I'll try and hopefully you can see that. I've got my thing paused, so I'm not sure how it looks, but hopefully you can see that reasonably well. And yeah, it's this thick sort of jumper with pocket, and that, does the pocket come off? Yeah, it does. So you've got this like detachable pocket, which is quite cool. And obviously the button design there to hold the pockets. But it's one of those where anyone could wear that of any size. And one went similar, and let me just switch over for you my computer screen. So I will just show you. This is one that sold that was reasonably similar. Bear in mind this was used. And if you see how it's a similar sort of design, I'll hold mine up again. Get it into the camera for you. And it is a similar sort of design with that. It's the same colour, it's the same pattern. It's just got, this one's got the buttons on the side, and it's more like a jacket, whereas this is a jumper. But this sold for £21.99 used. Obviously this one's new, and they had that this is a £275 coat. I don't know if that's real. It probably isn't. It may be, it may not be. But if that one's over 21.99 used, then there's a chance this one could be worth a reasonable amount with it being brand new as well. So change back to me. It is definitely something to think about. And especially when you can pick up things like this. Obviously, we didn't know that it was going to be by Nestle, and that's always part of the gamble, I guess. But it is definitely something to just keep an eye on, and I think it's something that I'm definitely going to do more of in the future, especially when they've got the £2.50 sales. So you can sign up for their email updates as their stock arrives and leaves really quick. Yeah, it does. That's true. They seem to change things all the time on the website, I've seen, so that's right. But if again, as you say, sign up for their email updates, and you'll get hopefully first come first serve. It's one of those things. But I just think I think if that's worth £21.99 and it's used, and I paid £2.50 for that in the sale, it's definitely something to keep an eye out for. I will just show you this skirt. Again, is the same sort of design. I've got the blazer for this as well. It's like a two-piece set, but it's got pockets on each side. The same sort of design. This is black and orange instead of black and grey. But it's the same design, and this is a skirt, a sort of a maxi skirt with a slit up the side, which is here. So it's got its slit up the side there, and then it's got its pockets. Again, it's just quite a cool design, really, to be fair. It's quite an unusual style, and I think that's possibly why it's worth maybe a bit more. I don't know how. I've never been on Nestle's site. I don't know if they've got a store themselves. I'd not heard of them before getting this. Now I've had this for quite a while, but it's something that I've just sat on for a little bit. But I just think it's a really cool way of sourcing other things. If you guys are struggling to source stuff, and we're coming into that time of year now where car boots aren't on as often as we'd like them to be, and charity shops, you may not have a massive amount of charity shops around you. There are options, obviously, online, and I just think this is one of them, as well as the idea of contacting friends, contacting associates, I guess, just anyone that you know that may well be up for you taking a bag off them that they were taking to charity and sorting through it yourself. Do I have any jumble sales? I don't actually, Julie. There's a couple reasonably near me. There's a car boot, an indoor car boot sale that's about 10 miles away, but it's full of dealers, and there's not much to be had from there, really. It's a lot of dealers, so you don't really get the family stores that you would do at most jumble sales or car boots. I've sourced my best items. Yeah, that's the thing. We don't have. I think the nearest jumble sale that we have is about 20 miles away, so it's quite a distance to go cost wise. If you end up not getting anything, especially the one that's 10 miles away, I could easily go to that, and I could come away with nothing because there's so many dealers there. So I'm just thinking, I thought this was a great video to share, so that we might have other options, and I think this is definitely another option, especially speaking to friends and family is definitely an option, I think. And I'm guessing out of every 10 that you ask, I'm sure one of them will say, yeah, you can have my stuff. I'm more than happy for you to take it. And especially if you reimburse them a little bit at the end, if it makes you some good money, then everyone's a winner, really. So that is everything. So in terms of the ideas, then obviously you've got your family and friends, asking them if they have anything that they take into charity shops, especially on the clothing side. And then Everything5pounds is just a website that obviously I came across in the last 6 to 12 months that I think is a good way of sourcing as well. Check Gumtree or Facebook because they upload sometimes a week. Yeah, I will. There's always other options, and I'm sure you guys know a lot more than I do, I'm sure, in terms of different places that you can source. I just thought this was a cool idea to discuss, and there may be someone that comes along to this video and hasn't heard of it. So yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed that. I'll probably put those, I'm not sure price wise on the Nestle stuff what I'm going to put it at. I will do a bit more digging in terms of prices, but I just thought they were a cool thing to show, and something that I've actually physically got from Everything5pounds. So what I will do now, as I always do at the end of every episode or every video, is just go through some of my better sales from the last few weeks, and I'll talk you through where I'm at in terms of listings and sales overall. So I think last week this was around 1,800 for the 31 days. I'm now at 2,350 pounds there or thereabouts for the last 31 days. That's sales, which is really, really good. I'm very, very happy with that. Things are starting to pick up quite well, and it's quite exciting to see. I have 193 things listed, and I have 125 things sold. This time last week when I was doing my live stream, I believe I had 98 sold. So that's 27 sales in a week, which is pretty good. I'm really happy with that. So I'll go through quickly now a few of the things that I have sold in the past week, and just talk you through where I got them from. So this was obviously the Charlie Hebdo newspaper release the week after the whole terrorist attack, and I got this for €1, which was crazy, really. One had sold. I got this in France when I went over to France in July, August time. And one had sold at the time really quite well, I think at £20 or so. Since returning from France, I'd had a look to see how much it was at, and most of them were selling around the £10 mark. So I put mine on at £15. It was up for a while. I think I sold it on the second 30-day cycle. As you can see, at £14.99, which isn't too bad for for €1, should I say. This was a hand-carved chessboard, and I got this at Car Boot the first weekend back after holiday. It cost me £1.50, and it sold for £39.99 plus postage. That was a really, really good sale in terms of profit, and the buyer was happy, so that was always a good thing. So yeah, it's a really nice chessboard. It's quite unusual with the detailing in the and it was hand carved, which is always a good thing. If you can try and find hand carved chessboards, they usually go for a reasonable amount. And fortunately, we had some pieces that I could use to put on top, which is always a good thing for photographer wise. It helps out quite a lot. This was, if you watched was it last video? It was either the last video or the video before. I got this Desigual dress for £5, and I put this on quite high at £29.99. Oh, sorry, I put this quite high at £29.99, and it eventually sold. It didn't actually take that long to sell at all. I don't know when I even listed this. It took 4 days, so I put this on the 12th of October. So I will have got it the week before last. So I listed it on the 12th, and it went on the 16th for £29.99. So Desigual, especially in this design, with I mean, that is their classic design, but it's quite rare to find these days. They've tended to move away from that more recently. So if you can find this, it's always worth picking up. And I did pay up on that one at £5, but it was worth it with a £30 sale. Now, this is another item that I did get from France, which was amazing. I remember coming across this, and I saw it on this big. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been to France, but the V Greniers that they do, the quality of the stuff that people sell is just amazing in France. So this guy had this big C-shaped table, and on one side was this money bank cum slot machine, and I looked at it and I thought, oh, that's interesting. So I picked it up, and the reason why I thought it was interesting was because it was in wood and not metal. Or plastic, as a lot of them are made from. So I'd seen this, and the guy wanted €15 for it, and I was like, "Oh, what's your best price?" So I ended up getting it for €12, which is about a tenner. So I was really, really happy with it. I got it home, and I had a gentleman contacting me quite a lot about this. Lewis, do you pay for your shop on eBay now? Then, as you're earning over 2,000 on sales per month, if so, how much do you have to sell before having to pay? I don't actually at the moment. No, I don't have a shop. I've not actually upgraded to a business seller at this stage. I don't have to. I don't think. I may have to, but eBay haven't contacted me at this moment in time. So for nowadays, I'm sitting on it as I am, and I'll keep this status as long as I can, really, until eBay contacts me. I don't think I'm doing anything outside of eBay's policies at this stage. Obviously, you can buy and sell on eBay personally or as a business. So for now, I'm just doing it as is. I'm sure at some point, I mean, I'm going away on holiday in the new year for a week, and I think by that point I will have to have had a shop, and I think a shop is £20 a month if I remember rightly. I think that's the lowest shop you can have. So I will be looking to do that at a later date, to be fair. But at this moment in time, I would, if you were doing the same thing and it was a personal account, I'd keep it for as long as I could. To be honest, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But I will be changing to a business account, I'm sure, in the next few months, I would imagine. So anyway, this Buckaroo bank was a money bank, and it was a slot machine, and it was fully working. It had the little ka-ching, which was cool, and it paid out if you got the, as you can see here, it paid out if you got the jackpot. There was a number of different ways to get the jackpot. And also underneath the coin slot, as you can just see here in the picture, there was a little lever that you could pull, and the lever would take out all the money as well. So anyway, there was a gentleman that was contacting me, and he kept saying it was just a bit too expensive for him. If I don't sell it, let him know, sort of thing. He came a few weeks down the line. He said, "Look, I really am interested. What's the lowest you could take?" And I said, "I'll take £40 for it if you come and collect it," because I knew he said he wanted to come and collect it because he was quite local. So he ended up coming. He paid the £40 for it. He was very happy. So that was a £10 sale, £10 into a £40 sale, and obviously I had the eBay fees, but I didn't have the PayPal and postage hassle, which was great. So that was a really good sale this week. This is a rare Pokemon collection, and this was one of my own. It's a set of 18 cards, and it came with this ring binder. Now I had this from obviously when I was collecting Pokemon cards as a kid, and I believe I paid £15. I may be wrong, but I believe I paid around £15 for it. And it's super rare. I remember looking at it when I was getting rid of all my Pokemon cards, and I started researching it. And some of them were going for like a lot of money. And I thought to myself, right, let's get this on and see if I can sell it. And I originally had it on at 125 quid. And I'd done that for 2 cycles, so I'd had it on for 60 days at 125 quid. And then I put it on this time round at 119. And it has sold. And obviously I'm gutted because it's from my personal collection. But it's something to look out for. It's probably something that you may not see. But there's some Pokemon cards that are definitely ones to look out for, and this is one of them. If you can find the Southern Islands, so it's called the Southern Islands collection. Keep an eye out for it. Just note it down somewhere if you want, because it's worth a lot of money. And it's one of those things where I think most people possibly wouldn't know that, who is selling it. So keep your eye out for that. Even some of the cards are worth a little bit of money as well. I know that the Mew here, this one on the far left, the top left there, is worth about 20 quid on its own if it's in good condition. So just keep an eye out for that. And that was a really good sale, obviously. I only sold that on that day as well, so that helped for sales, which was good. And then this was a brand new Game Boy Advance Crash and Spyro Super Pack 2-game Game Boy Advance game, which I was given from a friend as well, who was getting rid of some stock. I'll probably have to do a video on that at some point, in terms of, this was the guy that gave me the Renault Formula 1 merchandise and things like that as well. I'm sure I'll have to do a video of what he gave me at some point. I have been very fortunate in some of the people that I know who've helped me out so far. So they are some of the better sales this week. I've had, as I say, I think, is it 27, 28 sales so far since last Friday. And obviously we've still got a bit of time left in today. So yeah, really happy with how everything is going. Obviously I'm nearly up to the 200 active listing mark. It's very tricky. It's really tricky to try and get there. Obviously I can't complain about selling stuff, but every time I get up there I keep dropping back down. But I've got a few things now, obviously, that I've picked up, and I've still got some listings to do of some bits that I've still got. So yeah, I'm really happy with how things are going. And obviously, again, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone for all the support that you've given me. It's really nice to just see so many people stopping by the videos and just all the nice comments that you've given me. So thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. You're only at 45. Daisy, you've got to start somewhere. 45 is better than none. So you're doing really well. Keep going. Just keep sourcing stuff and keep listing. You will get up there. I look at people who've got thousands and think, how the hell do they get to thousands? But I guess the more things you buy, the more things you've got to list. So just look at it that way. So yeah, thank you again. I really do appreciate it, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video and you've taken something from it. And please, please, if you do want me to discuss something, or if there is something that you want me to, a specific topic that you want me to talk about, or you have any thoughts on, do let me know. I really would appreciate it. And if you do want to leave a like, if you're in the stream now, I would really appreciate that as well. And anyone that hasn't subscribed, if you do want to, that would be fantastic. So yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in. Good luck with all your sales this week. Considering your amount of listens, your sales are great, Lewis. Well done. Thanks, Shane. Thank you, Sue. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, it's going well. It really is going well. I'm very, very happy with how things are going. It's just working out how to scale up now. That's the thing for me. But we're getting there one step at a time. So yeah, thank you all so much. I really do appreciate everyone that stopped by the live stream. It really does mean a lot to me. So thank you for that. And I will see you all next Friday for another video. If you do want to pop any comments in the comment section below, I would be really appreciated of that. So thank you so much for stopping by, and yeah, good luck with all your sales, and I will see you guys next Friday. Thank you.